What would you do?
I don't know why.
Frick are you doing?
I looked at these and they just look like
Why?
little nipple covers or
What
something.
the frick? I don't think I can touch those anymore.
I think we'll just restart in case you don't want to use it.
What would you do? My dad insists I join the family business.
Ironically, before we get into this, my job right now, I feel like I joined the family business. Not like a business none of my family owns, but my cousin works there. And he like got in really good because he was like when the company first started.
Oh.
And he keeps on getting all his family members, and I'm his cousin. So now he's starting to extend outside of immediate family, and I'm in there. And then I'm getting my brother's jobs, or trying to, because like that was the same one you're applying for.
Yeah.
So it's like it's growing into this family business.
Dude,
like
it is a family business. My dad, who's a highly ambitious entrepreneur, insists I join the family business, even though I have dreams of even though I have dreams of pursuing a career in art. One of the reasons that we live in New York City, where the art scene is vibrant, and I feel inspired to follow my passion. Another reason is simply that I don't have an interest in business. But my dad is the only person pushing me in this direction. My mom supports my artistic pursuits as long as I am happy. I can't attend any art workshops because I'm constantly helping out the company. Whenever I try to discuss this, my dad thinks I'm being ungrateful, which leads to arguments with my mom. I'm unsure whether I should keep voicing my desires, and if so, how? Please help me find a way to express my aspirations to my dad and resolve this conflict. P.S. My dad is also always telling me it's for my future, and he won't listen when I share my dreams. I don't even get to exhibit my artwork, which he finds impractical. I'm exhausted from his attempts to dictate my career path.
I feel that. I think he means future as in like set up money wise, not like interest wise, but also, that won't set you up for happiness 100% either. I mean, two things came to mind instantly. In my case, what I would do is art's one of those jobs that takes a minute to get into, get money. I would actually work for him or do his job. Why be an art on the side until my art takes off?
That's exactly what I would do.
Two, what I would actually do. That's what I thought at first that I would do. What I would actually do is something that I've learned, which means you can own a business doesn't mean you have to run it. You don't have to be the one good at it. An owner is the one who can start it. You can have different CEOs who are already good at that job running. Remember, you've heard that before in our business workshops.
Yeah, I remember that.
So what I actually would do is, learn the job for a while doing the art, and then when it's time for me to take over, what I would do is I'd just take an ownership role and find somebody to run the company. That way it stays in the family. I get to do my art, and somebody who obviously is going to run it better than me because she said that she has no interest in business, will make the company grow.
There you go.
At least that's what I would do. What would you do?
Plus, honestly, like, I would probably try to run the business. I basically listen to what the dad says. I would do my art stuff on the side, but I think I would try to take what I'm learning over there to my art stuff, because art, even though it is a creative thing to do, there is also a business side to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it is important to learn those things.
Yeah.
Because if you're not
that's actually
successful
a very good point. I didn't even think about that.
If you're not successful in those points, like for movies, for example, you got to try to get money for the movie. You have to market for the movie. You need lawyers for the movie because you got copyright and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So there is a big aspect side when it comes to business. And if you don't know those things, you can either A, get in trouble, or B, not be successful.
Exactly. Actually, you know what you could do? Take a creative spin too. Is there any way that you can take his business and add your art to it?
Oh yeah, that would depend on the business.
You know what I mean? Like, for example, I don't know what it is, but maybe it's running a hotel.
Oh, our light went out.
That's okay. I think we still look good. Like, for example, like running a hotel, you could add your art into the lobby, sell it.
Or
like,
actually,
is there something you can do creatively that would like fuse the two businesses and make it your own?
Actually, it may not depend on the business at all. If your art is in the marketing business, if you're marketing for people, you can do that with art.
Yeah.
So therefore, you can take that creative side of yours and apply it to the business you already have.
Either way, I think both should be done. But I think there can be, especially if your dad's the business guy, make deals with him. Like there can be compromises. Like, hey, because she said she didn't have time for these classes. Say,
Hmm.
hey, I'm helping you with this business, but if you want me to continue, I'm taking these classes. So I need some time to take these classes and do the business.
Yeah,
So you're gonna have to cut my hours back, or give me some time off.
or you could try to like maybe to get into his mindset, because if he's all about business, then maybe you could try presenting a slideshow to him or something. Like, hey, this is what I think. Like, I want to take these art classes. This is what I think it could do for the company in the future.
Yeah. You got comments on this one?
I do have comments on this
I'm gonna
one.
let you start reading these comments while I fix the light, and I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. So one guy says, I agree with this dude. I do the family business to secure your future, but zero reason why working in an art gallery or a museum couldn't be an evening gig or a weekend gig for you. Another person says, I see both sides. If OP doesn't want to join dad's shop, then the harshest truth I'd say would be to cut off completely from all financial aspects of what it provides for OP and makes a run at art completely independent from the family. No handouts from dad, no bills paid, nothing. To your point, try, and if it fails, at least there was a shot without the what if. And another person says, imagine being so privileged that you ignore good advice and a literal financial lifeline in this economy. You're not going to make a living in art. Ask some people you know who actually have to work and struggle for a living what they would do in your shoes, and 100% of them will tell you the same thing. There was a time when it may have been possible, but no longer for all, but the most successful. It's a harsh truth, but it's true.
So a little bit of agreement, a little bit of disagreement.
Yeah.
So what would you guys do?